1 p.m. Eastern, New England Patriots 2-3, 1-2 on the road at the Cleveland Browns, 2-3, 1-2 at home. We're at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, 55 Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, 12 miles per hour. The Patriots come in off a dominant 29-0 home win over the Lions. I cashed on the Patriots -3 and the team total over 24.5. But clearly, the sharper move would have been just to take the Lions team total under. Let's take a look at the line history in this one. We have the Browns opening up at -2.5. They're now back to 2.5. The 3 listed at Pinnacles at +109. This 3 was at -101 this morning, or yesterday morning, and this morning. So it's moved towards the Patriots over the last little bit. The total opened up at 42, -106 on each side at Pinnacle. It's now -115 to the over, so a 9-cent move to the over. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this Patriots-Browns game. I'm really excited. About this game. I can't wait to watch it. 7,666 tickets in. 36% of the tickets and 51% of the cash on the Cleveland Browns on the spread. I'm only going to give out spread numbers here. And 59% of the tickets, 69% of cash on the under, and it seems to be moving slightly to the over. Dizzy Rothstein in the house. He moved on the Browns -3, -101 last night. Patriots coming off that dominant win. Bailey Zappi, 17-21, 188 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jacoby Myers caught 7 passes for 111 yards, 1 touchdown. Hunter Henry caught 4 for 54 yards. No one else caught more than Ramondre Stevenson's 2 passes for 14 yards. But Stevenson was an absolute monster. Damian Harris left in the first half with a hamstring injury, did not return. Stevenson ran 25 times for 161 yards. Pats finished with 2 sacks, 6 quarterback hits, and Judon had both the sacks. He's a sack in every game, leads the league with 6. The Patriots stopped the line 6 times on 4th down. And Nelson Aguilar has a hamstring injury that we don't know quite the extent of, and cornerback Jonathan Jones left with an ankle injury. I don't know if you do know the extent of the hamstring injury, but for the Browns side of things, they lost a tight 30-28 loss at home to the Chargers. Cade York missed a 54-yard field goal with 11 seconds left, also missed a 45-yard attempt. Brissett, 21-34 for 230 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Njoku caught 6 for 88. Amari Cooper caught 7 for 76 and a touchdown. And Donovan Peoples-Jones caught 40 for 50. This offense is really good. Nick Chubb ran 17 times for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Kareem Hunt ran 11 times for 47 yards, a touchdown, and caught 3 passes for 10 yards. So now they're 6th in the league in points per game, 11th in points in yards per play, and 5th in touchdowns per game. 4th in the NFL with 396.4 yards per game. And they're averaging 26.6 points per game. I mean, this offense is absolutely rolling right now. The defense had Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney back and did not look good. Neither had a sack. The Browns' only sack was delivered by Jacob Phillips. And as a team, they only had 2 hits on Justin Herbert. They were incapable of slowing down the Chargers' run game that came into the league last in the NFL on the ground. Eckler destroyed them for 173 yards, a career high on the ground. The Chargers finished with 238 yards rushing. That's 174 more than their average, and Denzel Ward is in concussion protocol. Is this a bad Browns defense, and how do you plan on attacking this, Andy?
It is a bottom 5 defense right now, despite having some big names don't always equate to, good play, and it is especially – PFF has them last. That's more of a subjective grade that they give them. But I'm pretty close to it, too. I have them right there with the Texans as far as the worst rushing defenses. That was part of my handicap last week with the over. I said, despite everything, both teams are going to be able to just run the piss out of the ball. And they certainly did. If you look at – what was it? Oh, I'm looking at the Colts game, but it was 450 roughly rushing yards combined between the 2 teams last week. That's a lot. If they're not able to get pressure on Zappi, which I'm not 100% sure they are going to right now, they're going to be able to move the ball. Stevenson's fine. Patriots very live dog here, but I did take this over because not only do I think like Stevenson and just whatever the game plan is, as long as they involve the run as much as they've been doing recently, obviously it worked. Like Eckler wasn't having a good season. It was an ultimate get right game for him. He was just fine against this. I think anybody basically who's going to get like 15, 20 totes is going to have one of their better days of the season against this Browns defense. So if they're fine running the ball, I think they're going to be successful, especially in the red zone. And then I really don't think that highly of the, certain parts of the New England defense. I mean, I have them just middle of the pack. They're right in the middle. Like Judon's been great. Somebody asked me this morning, they were able to find a 50-1 on him for defensive player of the year. And like you said, he has the counting stats, he has the sacks, and Bosa's hurt. Micah Parsons is dinged up. I mean, there's TJ Watt's hurt now. Like that wasn't a bad shout by that guy in the DMs. But yeah, I'm on this over. I got I think I ended up just with the number we have here. It hasn't really moved. There's probably some worry of weather, but the wind don't matter when both teams want to run the ball. And like, we said, it doesn't last week, the Chargers, they're almost as bad as the Browns. I think I have them as the fourth worst run defense. The Patriots are better. Again, still middle of the pack, little below average, but it's anybody who's not a good run defense isn't going to be able to stop Chubb, Hunt in that run scheme. And Brissett's quietly kind of playing well. Mm-hmm. So I'm fine with Browns to, basically get me 20, 25 a piece. We're good. This total's a little low for me. So I'm on the over here.
Over 43.5 at -108 at Heritage. Does that work for you? Yeah. We will go with that over 43.
Oh, over 43. Is it jumping up that much already?
Yeah, it's 44 at a lot of books.
Chris has 42.5 right now.
Right now. See, I've got them at 43.5. Interesting. So maybe this isn't.
Are you looking at an odd screen, or do you have?
No, I don't have Bet Chris up. Yeah. So.
Sure. Yeah, I actually let me refresh just to double check this isn't jumping on me. No, but yeah, no, it's still 42.5. This has not taken much action, and yeah, we should have parlayed it with the Guardians, I guess.
I like that. You're in over 42.5. I find it surprising that the bigger bets are coming in on the under. We have 59% of the tickets, 69% of the cash, and yet the total seems to be rising as if to welcome anybody betting the under. I also worry. I just won 2 bets on the Patriots. It's fresh in my mind, and it's obviously affecting my feelings for this football team. I want to back them again, and that always happens to me. And I always have to say it out loud just so I'm aware that the reason why I want to back them again is because I just cashed on them.
Yeah, and there's been some fighting between the 2.5 and 3. It seems like there's some two-sided action. I think the Patriots are the better team here, despite being on the road. But I would want to take the points. I would want to take the 3, and right now it's a little spendy. Like it's -119, -1. I don't bet plus 2.5s. If I'm going to bet that, I'm going to take it straight up, and I probably just don't need to double down on a game.
Sky Dragon on the +3. Toite Latte looking at that team total over. I like both of those looks. Johnny Gilpatrick says, New Week, Jimmy, I think the Pats cover the 3. I want to back the Patriots. So team total over and plus the points. And that's what I'm going to say.
I don't hate that. The team total. You get like a 20.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
It correlates.
The Browns defense is low-key horrid at certain points during that game. Mm-hmm. And yeah, Brissett's been, the last thing you saw of him wasn't great, but he was pretty good. He's been pretty decent throughout the season. That pick was just egregious, though. 900 yards in the game last week between the two teams.
Wow.
I think we can get 800 this week. That's all it takes.
Brooklyn Funk Project says Zappy on the road. I really like this kid. I think about your Rookie of the Year bet almost every day across his.
Yeah, we're gonna find out how he reacts to playing in the dog pound era.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a really fun game. I can't wait to watch it. All right, so we have Andy on the over 42.5, and it's the Patriots team total and Patriots plus the points that I'm going to be staring at when I load in my action tonight, which is what I've been doing all year, waiting for us to break down the games and then moving. Even if I miss a couple spots, it's saving me from losses. Let's move on to
you
one.
talking about the markets too, little Jimmy. Papa Calls brings us up in the chat. The Cleveland total got bet down last week as well. Like it got bet down. It got early action, then it got bet all the way down to 47. And I mean, it was pretty much a no doubter.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if somebody's bound and determined to bet the under in these Cleveland games, but such is life.